All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bear Sheath Farm with your host, Levite Khan. I do apologize for taking so long. I didn't think it would be this long. Let me check something here quick. Okay.
We got a special demonstration going to happen tonight. After the
Well, yeah, I know I took longer than that. I didn't know I was going to. Again, I apologize. But anyway, rather than focus on that, I'm going to get to the reading and then talk about a couple of things. We're doing Exodus or Shemoth in Hebrew, chapters 11 through 15. So let's begin, chapter 11. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out. He shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. That's all 10 verses of chapter 11. I will acknowledge that the Israelites were just as hard-hearted, really. And it will be proven, obviously, as we keep reading as the days continue, folks. So, anyway, let's go to chapter 12, shall we? And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male for the first year. Of the first year, you shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Before I continue on to verse 9, I've eaten a lot of this stuff, being at feasts myself. And it's actually not too bad. It tastes pretty good, I think. Don't you, Deb?
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, I've been to Pesach and Sukkot and that, and Shavuot and whatever. And anyway, let's go to verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden it all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for on the selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Before I continue on to verse 18, folks, I just want to make this clear. When I talk about the feasts that I've attended and the ones that I've had to observe in my heart when I can't make it, because the last one I made was the Sukkot. Out of all things, we went to a Seventh-day Adventist property campground in Florida. It is a memorial to the feasts because we can't technically do them the way that we have, that they were able to do it. Not in the wilderness nor in Canaan when they took over it and converted it. So just so you know this, we're just doing the best we can.
Amen.
So anyway, let's go on to verse 18, I believe. Or did I do verse 18? Well, if I did it, I'll read it again. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. See, that's the thing too. These people that were not in the 12 tribes, but they converted and came in, they had the same consequences, good or bad. So this covenant, this contract was meant for everyone who accepts Yeshua.
Amen.
Okay, that includes today. Verse 20. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out of the door of his house until the morning. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And you shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. I could talk about this a little bit too. When we did Pesach, I remember when I attended
Stop digging.
Sorry. When I attended a memorial to Pesach in Akron, Ohio, one of the ones that I did 10 years ago. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, they even opened the door symbolically and all that for Elijah, Eliyahu. And so, that being said, folks, they didn't like me drinking as much grape juice as I did. I'm a pragmatist. I paid $35 or whatever it was to get in there, and I wanted my money's worth. Nothing greedy. I just, but we ate too, we put those beets inside, with the juice of the unleavened bread and squished it together, to represent the blood in that. It was really quite interesting. And it was with a congregation that I was not a part of technically. I was a part of another one, but it was cool. I'm glad I did it. All right, verse 25. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded, and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt. For there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, we be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed through Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men, beside children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. Again, verse 38 includes the mixed. All right, the mixed multitude, not just the 12 tribes. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel, who dwelt in Egypt, was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord, for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. That is that night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof, but every man's servant that is bought for money. When thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. Okay, before I continue on to verse 48, see, that's a representation of Yeshua too. Not one bone was broken.
Amen.
In his execution, folks. With breaking the kneecaps and whatever. So, anyway. Verse 48, And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and let them come near and keep it, and he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. She keeps reiterating about that. Everyone can be included that accepts Yeshua as their Mashiach. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. All right, just checking things. That is all 51 verses of Exodus chapter 12. Just saying. Okay. Suppose we should do chapter 13 and do those 22 verses. You all right?
Oh,
Let's just sit down for a bit.
Well, I got to continue watching that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It says I can go additionally 2 more hours to get it fully done.
Oh, you're talking about the medicinal? Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
at 11:30.
Okay. Chapter 13. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast, it is mine. Now that is also representing Yeshua, because he was the firstborn of Miriam,
Mm-hmm.
the virgin,
Amen.
Betula, and Alma. Keep that in mind. And for you Catholics and Orthodox Christians, you know, she didn't stay a perpetual virgin. She had children later after that, and yes, she had to commit the act after. Verse 3, And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Eve. Actually, in the King James it reads Abib, but it's Aviv. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this in this month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, This is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be a sign, and it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and to thy fathers, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh out of a beast which thou hast, the male shall be the Lord's. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb, and if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck. And all the firstborn of man among thy children shalt thou redeem. And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, What is this? That thou shalt say unto him, By strength of hand the Lord brought us out from Egypt, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of a man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all that openeth the matrix, being males. But all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, Lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt. But God led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up, harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey from Succoth, and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them by the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. That's all 22 verses of chapter 13. Let me clear my throat here. Yeah, I know I probably took too long, but we had some things we had to get done quick, and it took longer than I thought it
Yeah,
would.
you had to help my crippled butt.
That's all right. So, that being said, anyway, hopefully more people make it. If not, oh well, what am I going to do? Let's start chapter 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-zephon, before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, They are entangled in the land, the wilderness hath shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people, and they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and the captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went out within a high hand. And the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them, encamping by the sea beside Pi-hahiroth, before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. And they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will shew to you this day. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Lord, pardon my tongue and my lack of teeth. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will give me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Before I go on to verse 19, welcome and shalom to Old Path. How you doing, buddy?
Wow.
All right. Verse 19. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them. But he gave light by light to these, so that the one came not near the other all of the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Okay, before I continue on to verse 23, I just to give you, when I read it this way in the canon, and I do give this credibility because it's in how many thousands of translations, I just think it divided it in two. Now, when I talked about Yahashar, Jasher, the 91 chapters we have access to, It's like it was divided into 12 parts, and I don't believe that. So just to let you know. Uh, yeah, I do. I have cataracts.
Uh,
Trust me on this, I do. Anyway, verse 23. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily. So that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. And the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the land of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. And that's all 31 verses of Exodus chapter 14. So next, chapter 15 will be, I believe, 27 verses. Did I look at it right? Yeah. Okay. Don't get me wrong, folks. I do like Hanoch, which in English is Enoch. I like Yovelim. There's his Jubilees in English. 108 chapters in Enoch, 50 chapters in Jubilee. And I like the Book of Wisdom. I like First and Second Maccabees. I've read Third and Fourth Maccabees. Well, it's there for you to read, and I'll just leave it at that. But I mean, and there's many others. A lot of you guys have read the what they call the extra, scrolls, books. I don't care what Megillah in Hebrew. My wife is my linguistics expert.
Right. I learned it from you, silly.
You did?
Yeah.
Huh. Isn't that something? I've taught my wife everything she knows to be a Hebraic-minded servant woman.
Oh, keep dreaming, young dreamer.
I'm gonna get slapped here pretty soon. So no, but I don't know. I mean, Enoch, I would put maybe half a notch only under the canon. It's pretty good reading. What was that? A bug? Anyway, I'd put Jubilees just one notch below, as in a half a notch below Enoch. It's good reading. It's got good advice in there. I think it's got some accurate history. Well, I'm going to end up going into a big spiel. Let's get chapter 15 of Exodus out of the way first. All right. Let's keep my wife in line here. Okay, go ahead. Can I cover the camera here for a minute? Okay. Yes, master. I mean, Morton. I mean,
all right.
Honey bun. Okay. All right. Okay. Back all seriousness here. Chapter 15 of Exodus. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The house and its rider hath he thrown into the sea. Oh, yeah. The Lord is my strength and song. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Before I continue on to verse 4, yes, he can be the Lord, a man, okay, as well as God, and to the infinite point where we don't understand him with our finite thinking. Yeah, we'll try to get. Do you have old past email? He wants us to send him an email, see what we can do. You keep track of that stuff more than I, with
email for
Facebook and whatever. I don't know. Let's just send him an email. Maybe we can exchange phone numbers. I can put my number out here for a few seconds and then delete it, but I don't like doing that much.
No.
I've done it years ago. I regretted it. Anyway,
our old prayer line.
but God is a man of war. Yeshua is a man of war. Yes, he's a God of peace as well. It's like when I tell you, in order to understand God's love, you really also need to understand his hate. And Yeshua said, you look at when we eventually get to the Gospels, he didn't come there to, in his earthly ministry to bring peace. He came to bring division and stuff because we need to get our acts straightened out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Came to bring a sword.
Just to let you know. Let's see, the Lord is my strength. I will exalt. What verse was I on? Oh, man. Okay, verse 4. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom of a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. He'll do that in the future too. Verse 7, and in the greatness of thine excellency thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were gathered together, the floods stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them, they sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Let's get a little bit cleared up here before I go on to verse 12. There are other gods, little g. There are other mighty ones. That'd be, keeping it in English, that's a, there are, or Hebrew, Elohims. Now, I'm not actually joking here. I am the head of the household here, under Jesus Christ, of course. But I am the head. I am that mighty one, the Elohim, the God. Police officers are mighty ones, are gods. Judges are.
Your boss. Teachers
over students. It's, at least they're supposed to be. It's kind of getting a little haywire, as a lot of us know. But you get my point. He gave his email, Deb. Maybe you saw it already.
Huh?
He put his email in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm gonna have to write it down.
You want before I continue on?
Write it down. Piece of paper right over here, or wherever you want.
Let me look. Well, yeah. I'm not going to bother with that. I'll get my other notebook out. What verse is I on?
I don't know.
I do like to interact with my people. If I do get really big in YouTube or something to have like 1,000 people in here, and God willing, if He wills it, then I won't be able to do that so much. All lowercase, okay. I want to go 3. 101. Something like at Gmail. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. I got it. Just remind me later or whatever. We'll see if we do an email. We have 2 emails that we use primarily. I mean, there's one we use a little more than the other, but I'm thinking the main one more so. We'll send you an email. Okay. Yeah, we'll be on verse 12 because I was talking about gods. I just wanted to clear that up. And no, they're not gods who created. They're not gods that you worship. I want to make that clear too. I haven't been attacked this time around like I was years ago, and a lot of false slander on me. And if I do, I do. If they do it, so be it. They just better not cross the line this time. All that crap I went through in the past. I can relate to Dan on Bernie Bush's channel, man. Probably more than he can. Deborah Heber Faith remembers those days.
I remember it before I even married you.
Yeah, but not on that level, I don't think.
Oh,
on
yeah.
a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
We had people trying to find our addresses, putting our children, your children.
No, just trying to run me over with vehicles.
All that with the street preaching, yeah, but I mean, trying to put our children in danger. I'm not going to put up with that this time, but anyway, says that illegal is back in old Mexico where he belongs. Anyway, let's go to verse 12. You're going to use restoration root. Type that in for him so he knows what to expect to see. Okay. Verse 12. Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. These people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over which thou hast purchased. Thou shalt bring them in, and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance in this place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea. And the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them, but the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And, and Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord. And the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them, and said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, which that'd be 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. Okay, all 27 verses of Shemoth, or Exodus chapter 15. Let me look at the side chat here a little bit.
I'm wondering if this might be somebody that we already got on our Facebook as our friend.
You would know that before I would.
Well, the email shows.
Okay, Opath has seen that you send him a message almost every day, laughing out loud.
Okay.
Or lots of laughs, whichever he means.
And he's already on our friend list.
Well, we can do an email.
Okay.
Let's just see if you're willing to exchange phone numbers or no, Opath. I mean, look, there's a part of me that really appreciates technology. There's a bigger part of me that would shut her down right here and now. And I'm not going to get in too deep. I'll just say that It causes a lot of problems, but we can use it for the good. Go to Romans 8:28 for that. And when I say that, we can maybe exchange phone numbers, maybe even meet face to face one day. You never know. I'll be right back, folks. You want to talk to him for a minute?
Yeah.
Come on. And when I come back, I'll check on the stove there. Okay.
All right, people. Hey. All right. Well, I'm glad we got you back, Path. Yeah, I'm going to be giving a demonstration of some stuff that we created tonight, or should I say earlier today, and what is still cooking on the stove. I'm into natural remedies and medicinal type oil salves and tinctures and eating certain types of things, what most people call weeds. And this one here just happened to get poison ivy problems. Yes, home cures. Tex, you're right.
You talk to him for a few minutes, and then I'll talk about some things. I want to advertise somebody else's channel too.
That's fine. But yeah, he has on both arms real bad. He got a poke salad. What is that? Well, anyway, whatever that means, Opath. But anyway, basically, we eat a lot of foraged stuff, like our salad that we showed last night. We eat natural vegetables, what you call perennial, and come back in the spring again. We grow our own fruits and vegetables. We got our fruit trees out there now. I've got some baby papaya trees over here growing. They're about like that. They'll be going in a pot a little bit bigger than what they're in now. Probably in a couple of months. Yeah, I know. But he didn't know it. He was back there getting all these trees down and stuff behind the house here. And he just happened to grab a hold of the wrong one. Which is good that he got it out of the way anyway, because it was getting pretty big. But yeah, I made some stuff with broad plantain today that was infused with coconut oil. And right now, until 11:30, I have right now wild lettuce on the stove. It's been cooking, going on its 4th hour now. I can't pronounce it. Jojoba. It's Jojoba oil. That it's infusing together into the oil. And then what you do is you let it cool off so you can touch it, where it don't burn your hands. You strain it through a cheesecloth and let it set. Now this one, let it set for 24 hours. And what it is after 24 hours, it'll separate from if there's any water left in it, consistency. And you will dump the oil off the water as good as you can. and you keep it in a nice dark cupboard in your home, and it can last up to a year to 2 years. Now, with the other stuff that I made him with the broad plantain today, you put it in the refrigerator. That is different. It's a totally different thing. But this other one that I'm doing right now is a natural painkiller. You rub it on, like I have problems with my shoulders, and they want to operate, but I don't want them to replace my shoulder joints. But because most people would have to end up picking up one arm with the other arm, I mean, it's a smaller joint than the knee area. And I have, like I said before, I have bone degeneration disease. So I got another friend of mine also. She has major problems with her shoulders and her arm. And so I'm making up enough that after it sets for about 24 hours or so, she wants to pick it up Sunday. So I'm going to give her hers on Sunday. I'm going to be the guinea pig to use it first tomorrow night. But yeah, it's thanks for all the thumbs up, people, by the way. It's pretty interesting how I've learned. See, when I was a kid, I'm Native American Indian. And my daddy's mother always did a lot of natural remedies. Well, my grandfather, the father of my mom, he loved Native American Indians, and he learned a lot of different things you could eat off the land or whatever. So I got the best of both worlds, and I learned a lot about nature and animals and insects. And, I was always in that. They'd take me to a playground, and instead of playing with the kids, I'd chase birds or play with little bugs or ants, when I was a kid. I was always intrigued with flowers and stuff like that. So it's in me, it's part of my makeup that God gave me as a gift, I think, plus being a great messenger that I did for 30 years until I retired. But basically, I'm getting older, and I'm getting more educated, more so than I did before. I'm not very smart, but IQ wise, but when it comes to survival, I have plenty of EQ. I learn quickly on things that, about animals, taking care of animals, taking care of children, taking care of a home, taking care of what is good and what is not good. We have to know these things. See, like I had said before, and Levite had said before, we're all called and we're all given gifts. Well, one of my main gifts is taking care of animals and knowing how to forage and doing medicinal medications. Okay, text. If you have a lot of climbing vines that you need to clean out, spray vinegar, bake. Yeah, I know. But these are like trees. There's so many of them. It cost us an arm and a leg just to do that, brother. We live in the middle of the boonies, okay? We live in the mountains. We live in the forest. There ain't nobody hardly around, so we got to do it our way we doing it. We'll break through on the oil leaves. You were no, I wasn't a flower child. Sorry. You're funny. Well, maybe in some things. But if they were to when they check me for schooling measures, they say I have a 75 IQ, 75 to 78. Okay. But EQ is totally different. EQ is basically experience of life intelligence, creativity, learn how to live off the land, like my people used to do. I just don't bear the brunt of doing any of the totem poles and, dream catchers and all that other spiritual stuff that they did with the shaman and everything like that. But I learned from my people down the generations and up to now with my learning how to do these things. So, yeah. It's a hot one tonight, I'll tell you that. And thanks for all the prayers, by the way, everybody, because I'm now on day 2 of my antibiotics for my kidney infection. So I'm a little better today, but I'm not out of the woodworks yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm going to switch over because I got to go back in there and kind of.
I was going to check that for you quick.
I gotta stir it, dear. The spoon is over on the other sink. Don't get no water in that. No. Over there on the sink. I can get it. Yes. Slowly stir. Don't make the daggum thing go loopy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I better. You're welcome. I'll come back. I've got a demonstration to do.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I get to be the guinea pig.
Well, again.
Now again. Oh, yeah. Don't let her fool you, though. She's a lot more intelligent than the rest of us.
Oh, whatever.
I'm the dullard here. So.
I don't have any much of an educational level. Survival, though, I do.
Well, I've got plenty of survival. Just
I have to teach you how to do certain things. Remember?
Yeah, well,
things you've never done before.
it's like I've taught you how to be more of a Hebraic woman.
Do you want me? Shut up. Do you want me to do the demonstration now?
Yeah, I can do that
Put your Bible up.
while I talk. Okay, folks, I've been doing some more research, and I was reminded of something, about how we need to stick more together. How we even need to get to be able to stick together. I mean, a lot of us are divided, honestly.
See, it's
the elites have done a great job, let's be honest, of dividing us, especially in the last 6 years.
It's already starting to solidify, see?
Yeah. Use that stuff you're going to use?
Yep. Now, what this is broad plantain salve oil. And it's starting to solidify because it's been in the refrigerator. But his problem is pretty serious. Well, it's more on this arm.
Yeah, my right arm.
Right here. Turn your arm. See all these bumps and stuff on the elbow? He's got still got problems. So what we do.
Kind of a process. Back 17 years ago, I used manual snippers to get these gates, to get like a gate thing or a fence on a sidewalk cleaned out of all this poison ivy, and boy, did I pay. I mean, I thought I was very careful, but Oh boy, did I pay for that one. I was at the tender age of 41.
So you rub this stuff. Now, last night you saw me put pulp on his arm. But this is the
It does feel good when you do that, I will say that.
oil salve. And it gets penetrated down through all 7 layers of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll kill that sting and that poison from the what do you call it? The poison ivy. It's good for inflammation, bug bites, mosquito bites, bee stings, all that. And you just rub it in.
Did I look that much worse last night? Like a tossed salad?
It actually looks a little better.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It looks a lot better than it did. See, you got some right here on your wrist,
yeah,
too.
I know.
Right here,
Well,
right up here.
On my forearm and somewhat of my bicep. Talking about being divided in that. And yes, Yeshua did come to cause division, and rightly so, in the right context. How should I say this?
You guys, what?
Do you guys have cattails and ponds around there? Yeah.
I have some cattails and stuff, but I'm about to make some. That's a natural painkiller as well. Plus, you can make cattail pancakes. You can also make, you can eat it as, what do you call it? Corn on the cob if you get it at about the certain time. So, yeah, I know all about that, brother.
Ugh.
I just haven't got a hold of them yet.
But causing division in that, I think
There you go,
we
baby.
need to be as like-minded, as evenly yoked as we can.
All right, and that's all you do with that.
And folks, this is a very important time. I'm watching the circuses these days. Not that I ever quit watching. I really didn't. We're going to grow some too, aren't we? Cattails?
Yes, we are. By the way, you watch out for this drip because the water might be hot. Bring your tablet, your head part of the computer down some.
That way?
No. There you go. Okay, watch your hand.
I'm watching, trust me.
Okay, see this stuff? This is that wild lettuce that's been boiling. We got it until about 11:37, and it'll be totally infused. So that's what it looks like when it's boiling. It's on its 4th hour now.
Yeah, you have to be patient. That being said, back to the division and the unification and all that good stuff. I watch what the churches are doing. We can't be accepting false doctrines in there. Don't even let it into your house. I hate to say it, but even a lot of messianics and that, and Hebraic people, Sabbath keepers have been doing that, have been guilty of that. And I think about it. We went to a very good congregation, and I won't give the name of them, but it was in the Phoenix, Arizona area years ago. And they had a guy speak on the end times. He accepted the Tanakh, the Old Testament, but not the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament. He didn't accept Yeshua. And it was okay, I guess. But since he was so well educated or deeply studied on that kind of stuff, they accepted him, and I was in disagreement with that. And but too, you got these churches who accept Jesus Christ, so they say. They accept being a drunkard. They accept homosexuality. A lot of false doctrines, pagan stuff. Like back when I used to be a Christian. I did Lent, I did Easter, I did Christmas, I did Halloween there for a while. I grew up to it in my adopted family. I didn't know any better. Even when I learned it on an intellectual level. I just spiritually wasn't mature enough, and Elohim gave me the grace.
You said you looked like a toasted salad last night.
Yeah, I know. But as you learn, folks, you need to move on, and you need to repent as and walk away from doing that kind of stuff. I mean, that's all you can really do, and not accept these doctrines. I'm going to the second letter of John. Oops. And I say this, in all love. Honestly, I do. In sincereness. So, when you go to the second letter of John let's start in verse 9. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Christ hath not God. He that abideth in the doctrine of Christ, he hath both the Father and the Son. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. Okay? For he that biddeth him Godspeed is a partaker of his evil deeds. Now, if you need to accept somebody and teach them and they're open to learning, that's one thing. Deb and I went through that a little bit with this couple that we met in Texas, and they own. Last I knew, they still own some of that land that we stayed on for a few weeks in Alabama. They still did, and they were open to the Sabbath. Frankly, I think they were just playing the Sabbath. Things came up and it didn't work out for us anyway, which was the will of Elohim, no doubt about it in my mind, even though I was upset with it at the time. Plus, they're in Alabama, the next door neighbor. What a joke. You partake in this and you know better. It's on you, okay? You got to knock this off. I have to knock it off. I may still have things that I don't even really consciously realize. I'd like to think that I don't. I hope I don't. But if I do, when I'm ready, Yah will let me know. And I'll have that chance to repent from that. But living for the Lord, I mean, and I'm not a sacred or stickler namer, just so you know. I English, I know a lot of Paleo Hebrew and the Hebraic perspective, but English is my primary language. What was I just saying? To accept that and continue to do it, you know better than that. I have no problem with worshiping the Lord each and every day, serving him each and every day. Okay, I get that. We're supposed to do that. That being said, folks, but there's a Sabbath, there's a day set apart for us, and it's there forever. And I can get into the history of Colossians 2:16. Paul did not mean any other day but the Shabbat, the Sabbath in English, plain and simple. And historically, it's easy to prove, very easy. So if somebody doesn't want to change from that anyway, and wants to stay in their lukewarm, comfortable zone, more power to them. Revelation 3, they'll be spewed out of his mouth. So that being said, but even when we were more of a godly nation as a whole, even then it wasn't really right, because I don't think we can go back to that. All these Sunday churches and stuff that we filled and stuff, well, it's the wrong day that they were celebrating the Sabbath, for starters. Secondly, they were doing work, whether it was doing yard work, or, going and making business transactions, going to restaurants. I was a part of it. I grew up in the Lutheran realm doing that. Well, Dad paid for it, but yeah, I mean, but you get my point. And you know, as time went on, I started to learn that. So, and now a lot of those places are. I think I did show some video. I wouldn't show the video, but I showed you the channel. It's a Muslim channel, and I showed it to you on my screen. What 2, 3 live streams ago, whenever that was, and a lot of former churches are becoming mosques, ladies and gentlemen. There's good reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to wake up to this. We're real fast. That being said, folks,
Most time.
you know,
Powder. I got.
and we need to put God first. Okay, let's go to Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 10. And it's in more than just there, but we'll just, I don't need to hit every verse in one night. I'll be here all night. And I know a lot of you people need to get to bed too, probably. Matthew chapter 10. Oh, goody girl. Well, let's start with verse 34, because I mentioned this earlier. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Oh, yeah.
That's Powder, my pet chicken.
Yes, she'll make a good meal one day.
Hey! Watch yourself. Anyway, she's my house chicken.
I'm watching my ugly mug here.
She needs a bath.
Yes, she does. Okay, so, I mean, if you lose friends and family over this, you need to put God first. Okay? And verse 36, and a man's host shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And he that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. Okay, and it continues on. Now there's in the other gospel, whichever one, I'm trying to think now, where if you don't hate your mother and father and blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't mean literally hate. Of course you're not supposed to hate them. I mean, they gave you life, and your siblings are with you, and obviously it means, it's just we're looking at transcripts, the King James Authorized Version case, we're looking at the Masoretic, Textus Receptus, but that being said, folks, we need to put God first. It's just, I put Elohim before I do Deborah Hebrew Faith.
Good boy.
She is second. I used to joke and say she's right underneath my bowling ball. Well, I don't know. I don't own a bowling ball, but hey, in all seriousness, we need to do this, and because we look at what's going on around the world. I was just refreshed of a memory, and again, I don't like it, although I don't think we should try to do anything about it now. Wasn't there an all-girls school? Was it Iran? And one of our missiles hit the all-girls school.
Yep.
Let me look that up. And this really irks me, because children that get caught, then they're caught in the crossfire. Yeah. Yep. In Minab, Iran. Let me. I'll go ahead and share this. And again, this is the Trump administration, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so That being said, I mean, I'll go ahead and read it. AI overview. You got AI. Anyway, a U.S. missile strike hit the Shire Tayyab Girls Elementary School in Minab, Iran, on February 28, 2026. I mean, we're almost talking almost 4 months ago. The attack, which occurred on the first day of the U.S. and Israeli military operations in Iran, killed an estimated 150 to 175 civilians, predominantly schoolgirls, and injured many others.
The death toll was up to 250.
Don't get me wrong, I don't like CNN much, but I think the numbers are pretty accurate. When I checked the other sources 3-4 months ago, the CNN investigative report revealed that U.S. military commanders approved the strike using outdated intelligence that failed to reflect that the former military compound had been converted into a school, despite warnings in critical Pentagon databases that the intelligence was severely out of date. Commanders moved forward with the target list. Now, how accurate that is, I don't know. Well, I don't. You can't trust CNN.
Well, it's just like
The incident drew widespread condemnation from the United Nations Human Rights Office and UNESCO. The U.S. Department of Defense has been conducting an elevated probe into the targeting error and resulting civilian casualties. And here's the big mess that could happen in the future. If those so-called Democrats get power and control, they are complete, total hypocrites, to put it nicely. Don't think they won't hold, by then, the former Trump administration accountable, because they will, and they'll go full thrust. They made it very clear. They make their threats blatantly. That being said,
it's just like Israel supposedly claimed in every hospital and every house and everything else.
I know.
In Gaza was all bombed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. A lot of children have been killed in action there, and it just irks the living snot out of me.
Shooting them in the head, shooting them in the privates. I mean.
And was it Wilford Witzke last night or Old Path? I don't recall. Asked me about what I think about combining our military combining our military with Israel, and I don't like.
Well, Trump already.
Anyway,
signed
I know that. I don't like it. I think it sucks. Trump needs to man up and grow a sack and tell Bibi where to go. But he won't. He won't do it.
He's going to help build the daggum third temple.
Yeah. Now, whether Trump will become king in 2030 of Israel or not, I have no clue on that. I can't remember who put that down. Was that you, Hoss? I can't recall, but maybe it wasn't you. I don't know. It
was him or either Wilford.
Yeah. I haven't seen Wilford type in tonight. He may not be here.
He did earlier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, take your word on it. I guess I'm kind of checking here, but got Old Path and Hoss and them. Wilford, where is he? Point is, folks, I just it's total hypocrites, evil, reprobate, psychopathic, demonically driven hypocrites that are going up against other psychopathic, demonically driven hypocrites. Let's just be honest. I mean, for Trump to hide behind the flag, similarly to the Bushes and Quayles and Cheneys is I mean, I realize he's in a different class. He's, than the other last names that I mentioned. He is, but, yeah. And the GOP is so weak. And, I guess they should be, They're not godly people. I have some respect for Senator John Neely Kennedy and Josh Hawley and them. Lindsey Graham can go blow. He's something else, man. He's a lesser version of the Bushes and Quayles and whatever, but,
Trump holds one thing that happened before the fall of man, which is pride and envy.
Yeah. I've always thought that too. I think a lot of elites are fighting. They can't agree yet on things. And here's what I think might happen. We're going to have a war that's very similar to what we really would call World War III. These people, oh, it's already going on. Well, kind of, I guess. But a real world war, no, I can't agree with that. I think it'll get there. I think Iran is in big trouble with Trump now. I think he does have the sector where he's really gonna land blast them. But as things really get going and there's a lot of disagreement, I think that's when the subtle Mashiach, the Antichrist, the beast, the first beast will come in. And that's not Trump. He's just one of many antichrists. But and then there will be a pseudo, a fake peace. I think we still have some time to get our ducks in a row in that, but
Prepped. Yeah.
get prepped up for this spiritually, physically, mentally.
Continue being a watchman on the wall.
Yeah, we need to get out God's truth while we can. Maybe we can do a King Josiah and put it off for a bit too, if enough people repent. I'd like to think that. It's dubious, but I'd like to think it. I want to think, okay, maybe. How's the dinner coming?
Dinner's already ready, dear.
I knew that.
It's been sitting on
I knew that. I just seen you.
But the other stuff will be done in about almost 37 minutes to turn off to let cool.
Yeah. I can tell you this much. I think Trump could be potentially in big trouble with these retard socialist, totalitarian, fascist, communist, Marxist, ridiculous morons. But I have this odd feeling Trump's gotten himself out of almost everything. He went through hell for 4 years. He did. And I don't know if it made him loopy or what, but, for him to hide.
You get paid
like that King James Bible you can order, with all that stuff in there in the middle that he advertised while he was still in his 4 years of campaigning. I actually thought about getting that. I've never been a MAGA Republican, but I thought just for history's sake and it's kind of just to have.
Yeah.
I can't even consider doing that now. No way.
Man, your arms look so much better
Oh,
than
I know.
they did yesterday.
I know.
Oh, man.
But this is a time where we need to get into prayer. Heavy duty. We need to get together online. If we can meet face to face, we need to do that. We need to get on the phone. I will be emailing, or I'll probably have Deborah Hebrew Faith email Opath.
I've already sent Opath our
phone number?
some information, phone number
okay.
on Messenger.
Okay. Fair enough. But that being said, folks, I don't.
Quit, can't write. Stop.
I'm going to get out that notification there. If we don't start getting more in sync, folks, we really need to put God first, and I mean that. With our hearts, our minds, our souls, our strength. You need to read your Bibles. Show up for this. I need it just as much and maybe even more than some of you do. I have to have God's word. It has to be God's truth, his living word. And his word, this is scriptural, will be exalted above his name. That's in Psalms, just so you know. I don't, I can't emphasize this enough. Stay away. It's one thing if the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, leads you to witness to somebody, especially if they're on the path to learning, and they're open to growing. That's one thing. Now, if they're not, they just want to blow you off. You know how many people I've told about Colossians 2:16? Neither do I. I've said it over the years. I had one guy in his panel, and I was going to bring out my source to prove it. There's no way Paul could have been talking about anything but Saturday. And he started to interrupt me, beep, 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 beep. And I stopped. That was a year and a half ago or so, I think. I stopped. I mean, all it'll do is kick you off his panel. You know, and I just eventually, I shook the dust off my piece, dust off my feet and took my piece with me. Oh, you had a hernia fixed too, huh? Well over a year ago, I had an operation done on my inguinal hernia there, old path. Oh, I had it for 4 years and 3 months, and it was getting pretty bad because I did not stop doing things physical. I think I was a ticking time bomb. I think Ryan was right about that one.
Yeah.
Feels good that I can do sit-ups and stuff again. And I mean, I still did push-ups. I still did the heavy work here, which I should not have been doing, but who else is going to be able to do it? And God finally, he gave me an opening and got me surgery. So yeah, definitely take it easy. Now I still have my gallbladder. I will say that, but yeah, lay down, take it easy, old path.
Check your messenger there, old path.
But anyway,
Stop it.
Kakarot, knock it off.
Trying to dump.
Give me a minute. I'm going to take that out. I don't need him pulling that crap. He made me a big mess to clean up yesterday. Okay, buddy. Behave. There. I'll give it to him later. He's eating a certain amount anyway, and he can finish it later when he's ready. He likes to try and cover his food bowl and ends up making a mess. Early this morning when I took him out, I had to take 5 minutes to pick up dog food pieces.
Man, I had a mess to clean up this morning.
But anyway, I'm glad you had it fixed too, old path. I'm glad you got done what was needed to be. So, folks, we need to start taking this very much more seriously. Now, if you're doing all that, as the old saying goes, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you're not, listen to what I'm telling you. And that includes me. Okay? I take a break. I've told you guys this, I'll listen to some music, or I'll watch a movie like Terminator 2, Judgment Day. On Tubi TV, I was able to watch Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Even though there's deleted, scenes, it's like a TV edited version. But I probably need to go ahead and just listen and read my Bible more than what I am now. I need to pray more. I think we kind of have the fasting down. We haven't fasted technically in a while, but we don't eat that much. I mean, I do my physical work here, and I do my push-ups and sit-ups. And compared to my training days, I mean, I ate like a horse. I had to, and of course, I'm an old man now. But I just he might be trying to hide it too. You never know. That's what I'm wondering about Kakarot. He makes it such a pain for me.
Yeah, he flips it over.
Yeah, because I don't think he means to flip it over, but you know how dogs are. He's a big boy, too. He's 95, 96 pounds. He's my second largest. But taking God seriously, we need to get in prayer. And I think we need to get together, even if it's on the phone or on a private Zoom or something, and pray and stuff and chat. Okay? I really mean that. I'm hoping this goes somewhere. Also, too, I met a guy, and he seems pretty good to me for a prepper. I am going to go ahead and give you his channel if you want to take a look at it, maybe sub. subscribed to me, and I've been subbed to him. I'm not sure how long, but here we are. I'll put his link in. He's some kind of prepper. There's so many people that I'm subbed to. It's to keep track of all of it. Good luck. But he was pretty cool too. He made me a moderator too. So I don't know if he's even watching. He might be smarter than us and being bad by now. So
Yeah, that's something I'm about to do after that comes off the fire.
Yeah. David Lynn Prepper Principle. I think you guys should take a look at his channel. He had some pretty good stuff on his Coffee Talk live stream just a while ago before. And that's not what I was really doing. I was hearing him and stuff while I was helping with Deb. Just so you know why I was way late. So there you have it. But we need to knock off the... I don't want to sound like those ridiculous social democrats because they want a collective, but it's perverted. I want a collective. I want you people that are more evenly yoked with me. I want to be with you. You get what I'm saying? I mean, even though I love the Constitution, I love the scriptures, the Bible more, way more. And look, I don't see constitutional republic in the Torah. I don't see it in the rest of the Tanakh, nor in the Brit Hadashah. I just don't see it. I know that in the Constitution, our forefathers did paraphrase, kind of copy some of that from the Old Testament in the sense of laws and order. I get that, but I'm trying to explain this correctly because I'm a theocratic monarchist, politically, spiritually, you name it. So we need to get together and do all that. Baldy, oh come on now, let's not make fun of him, Hoss. I'm trying to. I see a collective as long as you're in God's will. I don't serve Prime Minister or President Jesus for it's not in there.
Prep the Baldy.
Yeshua is a king. He's the begotten or unique Son of God, Son of God the Father. He is God the Son. He's a prophet. He's my elder brother. He's my friend. He's my Messiah. He saved me from the pits of hell. You get what I'm saying? But he's not a president. He's not an autocrat. He's not a dictator that way. Although I can tell you right now, when he takes over, it will be his way. And he's in full unison. He and the Father are one. Not literally. I'm not a oneness or a modalist type of guy, but you get what I'm saying. One in unity, semicolon, not in number, is the definition of this word here. So, anyway, I just thought I'd try to talk about that. I did. I typed it in there.
I said Echad.
Echad. Yeah. See, my wife is teaching me again.
Shut up.
No, but it's. And if it's going according to God's will, things will go as they are supposed to go. We'll be in shalom and in peace. We'll have order. We'll have justice. Okay, you take care, Hoss. And I was just going to say, I'm getting ready to sign out anyway.
Yeah.
To end this live stream. But that being said, folks, we'll try to maybe get a hold of Old Path tomorrow.
I've already got his number.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's laying down now or resting somehow. So.
Oh.
And I want to eat. I've already had my salad.
Oh.
Just like what I was doing yesterday when I was eating in front of you guys.
You got to eat your grits and eggs.
Now I have to eat my grits and eggs. And folks, I really do appreciate you coming to this and listening to Elohim's Debar, God's word. Stick with me on this. Let's stick together. And let's be in unison here. All right? And I appreciate you listening to my my spiels and my tangents and that.
You got a lot
Please
of
do pray for me and for Deborah Hebrew Faith, my wife, that I love very much. All right. Peace. Shalom.
We're out of here.
We are both out of here. Have a great night.